Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. For today's video, I am going to be showing you how to create this coppery halo look that I did on myself. Hopefully you continue to watch so you can learn how I created this and learn how to do it on yourself. So thank you for watching. So I already did my eyebrows and one eye off camera just so I could speed up the process of the video. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I did on this side over here. So first thing I'm gonna do is just prime my eye. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to conceal my eyelid. That way I could have a clean canvas to work on. Since I do have pigmentation on my eyelid, I need to do this. That way it could be clean and all the eyeshadows come off as their true colors and not change because of the pigmentation I have on my actual eyelid. So now I'm just gonna be setting the concealer with a like bone color like eyeshadow just so I can work on top of that. You could either do this to set the concealer, or you could just go ahead and go in with the actual shadows you want to work with, but I feel like this makes it easier for the other colors to blend. So that's why I set my eyelid first with a shade like this, and then I add the shadows that I'm going to be working with. But first, this is what I like to do. That way I feel like the other colors blend out easier. The first color that I'm going to be using as a transition color is going to be SPF from Bronze Gold's Morphe palette. I actually really like the colors in here. I like the pigmentation of at least the shadows I've already gotten to play with. It was actually a gift from my parents. So today I'm going to be doing a halo eye, and it's okay if you bring in the color further into your inner corner, as to with some other looks it's better to stay further away from the inner corner so you don't shut more of your eye. But this time, since it is a halo eye, it's fine if you do bring it in. I want to blend it out and build it up a little more before I move on to the next shade. So I want to work this shadow first and then move on. So now the next color that I'm going to be using, which is going to be a little bit above this brown, is going to be the orange one from my Morphe 35G palette, and that's going to go just slightly over the brown. And the reason why it's only going on slightly over the brown is because if we bring it up any higher, we're not going to have much space between the brow and the eyeshadows. So we want to still leave some of that space there so we could have a brow bone and we could highlight that after we're done blending the colors in. It's more on the brown than above the brown. And remember, since it is a halo look, it's okay to bring the colors in deeper into the inner corner of the eye. That way we can have every color in there, and then we don't have to go in individually and have to add more and more color to a certain area. There's not much you have to do aside from just working them side to side, or like I said, in circular motions for them to give you that beautiful smoked out effect. Now that we got these two shadows blended out, we're gonna go ahead and use the darker shade so we can deepen out the eye. And for that, I'm just gonna be using, this is Sigma's Buff and Blend E39 brush, and from here I'm gonna be using the color Tan Up from the Bronze Gold's palette again to work it into the outer corner and into the inner corner. So now with Tan Up, you could just place your brush and slightly press the color into the area that we want to deepen, which is the outer corner here. First, we're going to be packing on the color, and then I'll start blending it out, which is just like this. So you pick up more of your color and focus it on the outer corner, and then just in small circles, you're gonna blend it towards the eyelid but not completely into it. You're gonna want to keep your circles in place. Once you feel like the outer corner is deep enough for you, you could just go ahead and leave that part alone, and you could always go back to it anyway. So now we're just going to pick up more of Tan Up and bring it into the inner corner, and it's not going to go completely into your inner corner. It's going to be a little further away, so not all the way in here, like work it here. No, it's more above it. I'll show you. You see how I'm not doing it all the way into the inner corner, I'm staying a little away from it. And once you feel like it's deep enough, just like the outer, that's when you're gonna pick up a little bit, or even whatever's left on your brush, and you're gonna blend it into the crease, but without disturbing the colors up there. You could just raise your eyebrows and then do the blending in there. That way when they're shut, it's still in there, it's still blended out, but it didn't cover any of the brown and the orange that's higher up on the crease. So you could just close your eye and add it into there. That way you could blend into the crease, which it's also deepening it up. So now that it's deep enough, you could just pick up more of the SPF and add it right above that, just so it could lighten it up a little bit. And then for any shadow that you're using, you could always go back and forth with the shade. So now I'm gonna go back in with the orange one from the 35O palette, pick up more of that orange, and I feel like I need a little more here. We're gonna blend that one out. So now for that shade that's gonna highlight the middle of the eye, I'm gonna go with Bronze Out, and I'm picking it up with my finger because I feel like it works best. So now I'm just working it into just the middle part of my eyelid. So now that I use my finger to do this, once I'm on here, I could just tap it into the very edges of it, so I could try and blend it out with my actual finger, but we're gonna go in with the brush anyway and blend that out. That way we don't have any harsh lines between the foiled eyeshadow and the darker one. So now we're just gonna go ahead and add as much color as we feel necessary. On top of Bronze Out, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Summer Vibes from that same palette. That way I could just highlight more of that middle area. And I'm picking it up again with my finger just because I feel like it's a lot more pigmented and you get a better color payoff. And now I feel like it brightened up the eye even more. Now I'm gonna go in with the more tapered brush, and I'm just gonna pick up Tan Up again, just so we could go back into the outer part of it, and we're gonna slightly add the color to the foiled eyeshadow just so it can get rid of the harsh line. And then with whatever color you have left on your brush, with the same brush, you could just go ahead and go into your crease. So now that I already blended out more of the shade, I feel like I'm okay with this. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight the inner corner of the eye. I'm gonna be using Glare to highlight the inner part of my eye. And that we're just gonna focus it just right here, just in this corner. We don't have to drag it out, we don't have to drag it up, just right here in the inner corner. And after you put it, if you feel like you added too much of that highlight into the darker color, you could just pick up more of it and then just blend it into it. That way you could get rid of some of that color. Just like that. And now I'm gonna pick up more of the dark color that we used, and I'm gonna use it on the bottom lash line just so we could smoke out more of the eye. And now you could either go back in with that bone light color onto the brown bone, or you could go in with the same color you used to highlight the inner corner. You could do it right under the brow bone, whatever you want to do, just so you could highlight it and you could make the eyebrow pop even more. So I'm gonna pick up more of the same shade that I used to highlight the inner corner, and I'm gonna put it onto the brow bone, but I'm only leaving it onto the high part of the eyebrow, not the entire bottom, just the high part of the eyebrow. Now that I'm done with the eyeshadow, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my eyelashes. I'm gonna be using Spellbound from House of Lashes, and I really like how fluffy and full these lashes are. I actually hadn't tried their lashes. I had been eyeballing them, but I hadn't tried them just yet, and my sister actually got me my first pair for my birthday, and I actually love how they look. Just when I decide to actually film, it decides to rain today. So if you guys hear it, that's because I'm actually filming by my window. I'm just gonna add some mascara, and I'm gonna just add it so it could blend my lashes together, my natural lashes with the fake eyelashes. Now I'm just gonna add mascara to my bottom lashes also. Alright guys, so this is the final look, and I hope you guys liked this coppery look I did today. Hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel and continue to follow me on this YouTube journey. So thank you, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!